Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Laura and I'm Dhar. Just kidding. Dhar will not be joining me this video because I'm going to be discussing my second trimester. But before I get started, if you are new to our channel, then please hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video of ours. You guys have probably seen this outfit many times, but it is what I'm most comfortable wearing these days because I am getting big. I did take some notes because I wanted to make sure that I wrote everything down that happened in my second trimester. I also did a Q&A for you guys on my IG story, so I'll be reading some of the questions that you guys have or have been wondering about my second trimester. So you guys should be seeing this on Wednesday the 12th, which means I will be a couple days short of entering my third trimester. Can you guys believe it? Oh my gosh! It literally is starting to fly by. So let's get talking. Sorry you guys, I'm constantly out of breath. Like, I don't try to be out of breath, it just happens. I don't know. So week 13 through 26. So I still had morning sickness until I was about I would say between week 15 and week 16. So the first part of second trimester, I was still very nauseous. I was still throwing up. I was miserable, you guys. Like, it was really bad, and especially living in downtown, there's so many different types of scents when you walk these streets that it was really hard for me to even go outside. Like, literally walking every couple minutes, I had to stop and throw up. But then it started to go lower and lower. So by my 16th week, I was only throwing up like 4 times a day. All first trimester, you guys, I threw up about between 6 to 7 days a week. And then the beginning of second trimester, I threw up about 4 days a week. And then as the weeks continued to go on, it became less and less. And I think it completely stopped around week 20. Yeah, like around week 20, completely stopped. Yeah, so morning sickness, no more. Thank the Lord. Let's see what some of my other symptoms were. I was in this bloated stage, you guys, the first half of my second trimester. Actually, like 2/3 of my second trimester. I was just like in this bloated stage where my stomach it wasn't formed yet. It wasn't like round or big or anything. I just looked like I was like really bloated. And I was just having trouble gaining weight. And it was really hard for me because, no one knows your body better than yourself. And so I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I gained weight. I'm totally showing. And I wanted to show off my stomach, even though looking back, like, it wasn't that big of a bump. And I actually was in shock when I would post. People were like, oh, there's no stomach. Like, she's faking this pregnancy. Just comments like that really started to get to me. And I was just like so sad comparing my stomach to like other pregnant women. I was just like, why don't I have like the bump yet, but I don't know, sometimes putting yourself out there on social media, like, I am so blessed and I'm so fortunate, and I do not take that for granted. Like, none of this that I have would have been possible without you guys, from buying our products and supporting every aspect of our life. But also, it comes with like the negativity and the hate and the cyberbullying, and that part is super hard for me. I am an emotional being, and sometimes it just made me like not want to post at all. So as you guys know, I took several breaks. I wasn't snapping, I wasn't posting, just because some of the comments were really starting to get to me, and I was just like, what? Like, why would I lie about being pregnant? And every woman's body is different, which I've come to realize. And some people gain weight instantly, some people take longer to gain weight, some people get sick, some people don't get sick. But either way, I don't think anyone should ever judge you or say mean things because of that. So try to be a little more kinder with your words, you guys. Okay, so cravings. I still haven't really had many cravings since being pregnant. I for sure thought like I was going to be eating cakes and donuts and all kinds of things, but fruit is still on the top of my list. I think second trimester, first trimester, I liked a lot of persimmons, things like that. But second trimester, I'm all about oranges. I don't know if it's just like an orange color thing, because I wake up and eat goldfish every single morning, and then I have oranges throughout the entire day. So I probably eat between, I would say, 4 to 6 oranges a day, and it's like the one thing that I actually have a craving or like I need. And I think it's just because it's like sweet, but it's also like refreshing. I don't even know, like it's making me want to crave an orange right now. I mean, eat an orange right now. But yeah, so this trimester, second trimester, was all about oranges. But yeah, I haven't really had any like cravings where I'm like, Dhar, I need this now, like we gotta go get this now, or anything like that besides fruit. I've also been able to fill Ella a lot more this second half of my second trimester. I think it started around 18 weeks, and then now I fill her every single day, and it's just like the best feeling. It just takes everything else that I'm going through, or if I'm having a tough day, like it just melts all those things away, and it's just like the most awesomest feeling. I talk to her a lot. Like she's probably like, shut up, mom, because of how much I talk to her, but I get so excited and I just want to tell her everything. Or like I tried to like play a game with her, like when I feel her, I'll rub my stomach and I'll be like, Ella Rose. But yeah, so I feel her all the time. She's very, very active. She's also very shy, you guys. Like every ultrasound that we have gone to, we've only been able to get one picture of her actually looking at the camera, because she either covers with her hand, or she'll turn her face completely where she's like facing my back. And we've had quite a few ultrasounds, and we've just never been able to get photos of her. So she's either super, super shy, or she knows like as soon as she's born, I'm gonna be taking like all kinds of pictures of her. So she's like, I'm just gonna enjoy my time in the womb for now, picture free. I don't know, but I cannot wait to see what she looks like. I'm like so obsessed. I keep hearing that we should do like the 3D or 4D ultrasounds. We haven't done one yet. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. I kind of want to be surprised, when I do give labor to her, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. What else has happened in the second trimester? So hot flashes. I don't know about flashes, but I just feel like second trimester has made me a lot more hot than normal. And Dhar is like, he loves the heater on. I love the AC on. So our house is like literally two extremes. Like you're either freezing or you're sweating, because I make it so cold in here. He needs to turn on the heat because he's like freezing, and he sleeps in like sweatshirts and sweat because of how cold it is. But to me, it's like still hot. And so he'll turn on the heater, and as soon as the heater's detected, I'm like melting. So yeah, our house is just a climate war zone right now. So I've had to pee so much this trimester, but I can tell, so I don't have a very big torso. My torso is very small, so Ella does not have a lot of room to grow, and she's literally now growing out front. But if you look up like the average size torso for my height, I have a really small torso. So she either is really high into my ribs, which is so painful, you guys. Like I cried a couple of times, or she's like low, and so when I feel her moving, it's like she's putting a lot of pressure down there, which is a little uncomfortable, but I prefer her to be like down versus up, because when she is here, you guys, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. But I feel like because she's sitting low currently, I have to pee like every 40 minutes, and sometimes I'm just like, I just peed, and then it will be like 30 minutes later, and I'm like, I gotta go pee, or else it's gonna come out, and then I go, and then it's just like a couple drops, but the pressure feels like I'm gonna pee like forever. So still trying to get used to that. I wake up 2 to 3 times a night to go pee as well. I haven't been able to sleep through the night since I've been in my second trimester, but I guess that's a good thing, because people are saying that I'll get used to that's what happens when the baby's born. I'm gonna have to be waking up like every 2 hours to change or feed her, so I'm already used to it. I mean, I'm used to waking up in the middle of the night. Also, in the beginning of my second trimester, my skin was really, 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 really bad. I kept having multiple breakouts. My face was really, really dry, and I was just like, what happened to the pregnancy glow that I keep talking about, that I keep hearing about? but that started to come. Like now I feel like I'm glowing, just kidding. But I feel like my skin is getting a lot better. And that just started happening within the past 3 weeks. But the first, I would say like 6 or 8 months, 6 to 8 weeks of my second trimester, my skin was horrible. Heartburn. I experienced heartburn for the very first time in my entire life. Luckily, I've only had it twice during my second trimester. Stretch marks. So I currently don't have any stretch marks. I have been using, I go in between lotion, and I use a Burt's Bees lotion, or I have a stretch mark oil that I don't know the name of it. I ordered it off Amazon, but I like to rotate between the two. So like during the night, I'll put the stretch cream oil on. That way, you know, if it gets in like my robes or my clothes, I don't really care. But during the day, I'll put on the lotion. So that way I'm able to put my clothes and stuff over it. But yeah, so far, no stretch marks. How much weight have I gained? So second trimester, I think, is where I gained all my weight. Since first trimester, I didn't gain any weight. And so far right now, I've gained 14 pounds, which is during your second trimester, you should gain anywhere between, I think it's 16 to 24 pounds. So I'm almost there, but again, third trimester, I keep hearing is where like all the big changes come and when you gain the most amount of weight. But according to my chart, I'm a little bit under the chart. But my doctor said, like, for my size that it's okay. Like, Ella's still growing fine and everything. So that I don't need to worry and that I'm doing good. I need to breathe because I'm like, ah, and my heart's like, ah. I need a snack. Sorry, guys. Let me get into some of your guys' questions from the Q&A that I asked the other day. Did you get dizzy? So actually, I don't get dizzy, but last week I started feeling overly tired, and there were moments where I got dizzy, and I was just like, I told Dhar, I was just like, something's wrong with me, because normally I'm not a tired person and I don't get dizzy. And I know, like, when you're pregnant you get more tired, but I've never been one to take naps during the day or to like be tired throughout the day. Like even since being pregnant, I have not once taken a nap during the day. I'll just go to bed earlier at night, but I don't know, I'm not like a tired person. And then when we went to our last ultrasound, that's when the doctor did like my testing, and I found out that I am anemic, and that's why I've been feeling more tired than normal. So definitely taking vitamins now to get that up, and hopefully that will not make me as tired or dizzy anymore. Are you taking a Babymoon before Ella arrives? So no, we did have plans, but as you guys know, I had a abnormal ultrasound during my second trimester, which we will get into. I've been saving that because I don't want to get emotional, and so I'm trying to get through everything else first. But we will not be going on a Babymoon, which is okay because Dhar and I have traveled so much together that, you know, we've gotten to go to so many amazing places. So it's okay, and I know we'll be able to travel once we have Ella, and she'll get to see some of these cool places. So no Babymoon for us. Not a question, but I really hope you, baby Ella, and Dhar are doing amazing. Love you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Tips for staying active. Every time I look at you, I get tired. I'm also pregnant in my second trimester. So tips for staying active. For me, it's just basically been work. Since being pregnant, we went on a couple trips already. I planned a lot of events. I did Leslie's baby shower. I did Laura's launch party, our holiday party, just various different events, and still continue to stay busy with work. So I think that just has helped me stay active. We also live in downtown, so it's easy to walk places, but just keeping myself busy with work, I would say. Since you don't eat meat, what do you eat for protein? Congrats on the baby. So I eat like peanut butter. There's also a lot of vegetarian meat options, like plant-based options and soy options that are packed with protein. So I try to eat one of those patty, like I have a chicken a chicken patty that's veggie, obviously, every day with a salad, something like that, to make sure I always get my protein in, or I'll have like a protein smoothie or a protein bar, but I try to get protein in every single day. How do you cope with work? I'm pregnant too in my 28 weeks, but I'm so lazy. Again, I just never have been one to, like, I can't sit still. I have to be doing something, even when it comes to, like, we literally just got cable about a week ago. For the past 5 years, we haven't had cable because neither Dhar nor I watch TV. We just can't sit still. Like, we always have to be on our laptop or doing something. So, I don't know. I think that's just how I'm programmed. What happened with your itchiness? Did it go away? So as you guys know, if you follow me, hi, you wanna come say hi?
I was like, who are you talking to over here?
Hello.
Did you guys miss me?
Yes.
Did anyone even wonder where I am?
Yes.
Did you miss me?
I was hoping you would stay. That looks weird on camera. I was hoping you would stay on your call so you wouldn't hear me. Now I'm shy.
I'm going back.
Okay, put on your headphones, please. Why are you walking funny?
Because I did squats yesterday.
Good. Make that ass perky. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, so what was I talking about, you guys? Dhar distracted me. Oh, yeah. Itchiness. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you guys know that I went through this really itchy phase where I literally wanted to scratch off my arms and my legs and pull out my hair because I was so itchy. I couldn't sleep. Like, I was just waking up wanting to scratch everything. And so I guess sometimes when you're in your second trimester, the hormones can make you guys, the hormones can make you prone to rashes, and I was a lucky one who got heat rash. It didn't last too long, thank goodness. It lasted about a week, but Dhar went and got me some various lotions to help. I called the doctor. They walked me through it, said, you know, it's nothing to be too worried about because of the areas that the itchiness was. If it was on different parts of my body, then that's something else, and that could have been an issue, but because it was just like on my arms and my legs, it wasn't an issue, but it was just so uncomfortable for about a week. So imagine being like itchy and red and hot and having to pee every 30 seconds, and yeah, that week was fun. Sleeping gets tougher week by week. Any sleeping position recommendations? So I do have a pregnancy pillow. It's like a huge pillow, and you can kind of shape it to your body, and you're supposed to sleep on your left side when pregnant because that's how the baby gets most of its nutrients, but my doctor said it was fine if I do sleep on my right side as long as I'm rotating throughout the night. So I basically use that pillow and I put it in between my legs to help give support and under my head, and then I kind of just rotate every 2 to 3 hours. But yeah, that pillow has definitely helped me tremendously. So if you are pregnant, I do highly recommend it. And I think I just ordered mine off of Amazon, and it's pink, of course. Will Ella Rose be vegetarian as well? That's a good question, and I did touch on this. I think Dhar and I touched on this in one of our videos. We aren't going to limit her from eating meat. So in the house, we will only feed her as a vegetarian, and we'll educate her on what vegetarians are and why. But we will leave the option up to her. So at school, at her grandparents' house, she will be able to have like chicken nuggets and meat. And then when she gets older, she can decide for herself if she wants to be a vegetarian or not. Are you going to breastfeed? That is the plan. I'm really hoping that I'm able to. I'm actually going to take a class soon because I have no idea how. So yeah, I'm hoping that I am able to. And I keep hearing, even my doctor, she was just like, it is going to be tough, but at least try, don't give up past, if the first couple days are hard, just at least try for a week. And she says that I will get the hang of it. So I'm going to push myself to really, really try, but we'll see how it goes. Are you nervous? Yes. I am nervous. I am so freaked out on the whole labor process. And I am interviewing doulas right now to kind of help me and be there with me to be more prepared. But I've heard so many different birth stories. I'm obsessed with watching birth videos, but I'm still so freaked out. Like, it just freaks me out so much. I'm so scared of it. I know some women are pregnant, they're like, oh, I'm not scared at all, I'm ready, but I'm frightened, you guys. I'm so scared of that. So any tips or anything that will help me get through it, please comment them below, you guys. I read every single message, especially when it comes to talking about anything having to do with babies. So if you have any tips for me, comment them below. Have you experienced, yes, oh my gosh, I didn't even read the question, but Charlie horses. So for those of you guys who don't know what Charlie horses are, it's like a muscle spasm that you get that is literally so excruciating, and I've been getting them so much lately, especially this past week. It's like right when I get comfortable in bed and I'm about to fall asleep, and then all of a sudden it feels like someone's twisting my leg, and it's just like the most excruciating pain ever. I have to like jump up and try to walk, but it's all like, I'm just getting nervous thinking about it. But I have experienced those. I don't know why we have to experience those, because they are not fun. And it's just like, it's so painful. I drink water, I walk a lot, literally nothing helps. So I can't even offer you guys any advice on what to do, because every single time it's so bad. All right, should we get into the not so fun stuff? During my second trimester, I had my 20-week ultrasound, which is typically when they do your genetic testing as well. And so I was really nervous for that, because, you want to have like a healthy baby and you want to hear that everything's okay. And so we went into that appointment and everything was fine. And then about maybe a week later, I got a message from my doctor saying that we needed to give them a call because my ultrasound came back abnormal and they were putting me on a high-risk pregnancy. And that's all it said, you guys. So you can imagine, I freaked out. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like calling my doctor nonstop. I was having my assistant call my doctor because she wasn't answering. We were like blowing up her phone. And then that's when I learned that we had, I say we because everything I do, I feel like Dhar and I are in it together, because he's literally been like my rock this entire pregnancy. Whatever I'm feeling, it's like he's feeling too, because he knows like every emotion and just everything that I'm going through. But I got a call, and basically I have what's called marginal insertion of the placenta, and I did do a video explaining what that is, but just to give you the short story, basically the umbilical cord did not attach to the center of the placenta, it attached to the side of the placenta, and that's how the baby gets all its nutrients. So when it's in the middle, it's better, because they're getting nutrients coming from all parts of the placenta. When it's off to the end, it could be a danger zone, just because it could either come off of the placenta or it could be hard to give the baby all of its nutrients. So as you can imagine, I was like distraught. I was crying for like 3 days straight. I was Googling nonstop. And if you guys haven't watched that video, I'll go ahead and link it here so you guys can watch it. My doctor broke it down and was very gave a lot of information about it. So if you guys have it or are more curious about it, please watch that video. And so basically they have to monitor with ultrasounds every 2 weeks. So as you guys know from that video, we did have a doctor's appointment on January 30th. And as you can imagine, I was so nervous leading up to that. And not only that, we had our launch party that I had planned for that night that I had to get all ready. So I was just like, oh my gosh, so nervous that entire day. So we went to our doctor's appointment, and the doctor was a specialist. It wasn't my typical doctor that I was used to, but she basically just assured me that it was fine. She said my placenta is very meaty, so good looking out, meaty placenta, and so that even though the umbilical cord was off to the side, it was like, it is in there pretty strong. So she said, like, I really didn't have to worry much, and they'll just keep monitoring it. So I was like, oh, thank you, God. So although I'm not 100% in the clear, I do feel a lot better knowing that I have a meaty placenta, and the baby is getting all her nutrients and growing fine, and the genetics testing came back all good. So far things are all good, but as you can imagine, finding out something like that was so scary, and just being pregnant in general is so scary. So many different things go on with your body and are happening and changes, and I was not prepared for it. Let me tell you, I thought that I was going to be one of those women who absolutely loved being pregnant. Like, I was just like, I'm just going to love it. I'm going to have this cute belly. And then once I found out I was pregnant, I'm obviously extremely happy and grateful that I'm able to get pregnant and that, I'm having Ella. But pregnancy has been tough for me. Just every week has seemed like a challenge. And I feel like I'm a pretty tough person, where I'm able to go through things, but I just haven't had the best experiences being pregnant, and every little thing freaks me out or is uncomfortable. So it's been really hard to try to be normal, knowing all of these things are going on. And then, I had heat rash in the middle of it, and just last week I started spotting. Of course, freaked out, and the spotting lasted for 3 days, but if you guys get grossed out by the stuff, then fast forward, because it is a little gross. But depending on the color of the blood that comes out, the doctors can determine if it's dangerous or not. And because the blood was a more darker color, they said it was older blood, and it could happen different types of ways, but it was not anything to worry about. But as you can imagine, when I went pee and then noticed there was blood, I was just crying. I freaked out again. But it's scary. It's scary knowing you have a human being inside of you, and now my life goal is to protect this human being, and just doing all of these little things that can affect her is really, really scary. I'm not supposed to be bending or lifting things over a certain weight because of the marginal insertion of the umbilical cord. And sometimes I want to do everything. I'm so used to doing things for myself, and sometimes it's a little hard for me. But then I want Ella to be healthy, and I obviously have her best interest at heart. But I will say that pregnancy has not been easy. So if you guys are struggling in any way, shape, form, maybe with your weight, maybe with some of your symptoms, maybe with some news you got back from your ultrasound, hang in there. Just try to be as positive as possible, because it is true, the baby can feel your emotions, and you don't want to stress out the baby even more. Meditate, read, walk, whatever you need to do to get your mind to a good place. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of your baby, and that's the ultimate goal. So try not to stress and try not to freak out. I know it's a lot harder than just saying it, because even though I'm giving you guys this advice, I sometimes do it too, or I sometimes just sit there and cry, and I'm just oh my gosh, Ella, I want you to be okay, and I'm sorry that I did this, even though it's not my fault. But hang in there, you guys. I'm gonna change the subject, because as you can see, I get super emotional when talking about this, and I don't want to cry in this video, so we're changing the subject. Are you planning to get an epidural Yes, I do not want to feel a thing. As I mentioned, I'm terrified of giving birth. So I do hope that I'm able to get an epidural, and I am planning to have it, to have a vaginal birth versus a C-section, but obviously it's in God's hands. So we'll see. I'm okay either way, but I am going to try to do it vaginally with epidural. Was it hard to conceive? It took us about 8 months to conceive, and we do talk about that in one of our first videos. So if you guys want to know more about that, check it out. Do you guys plan on having any more kids after Ella? So that is the plan. Every time I go through a stressful moment in pregnancy, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really don't know if I can be pregnant again. Like, it's just so tough on my body and so scary. But ultimately, you know, we do want to have a bigger family, and since it did take us a little while the first time to conceive, I do want to start trying as soon as I give labor that night. Just kidding. Kind of, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, God willing, we will be able to have more babies, but I will be okay with 3. Dar and I are in between like 3 to 5, but again, we don't even have kids yet, and I hear that after kids come, sometimes people are like, I'm done. We'll see, but we want a bigger family. What did you do to maintain a healthy weight? Can you share your experiences, please? So I don't really feel like I've done anything different. As you guys know, I am a vegetarian, and Dar and I are just pretty active in our life because of work. You know, we're constantly traveling, we're constantly working, we're constantly just keeping ourselves busy. We're always on the go. I'm always, you know, working on a project or an event, or just work in general. So I don't think I did anything really differently, and I've never been a bad eater, but before I got pregnant, I did like to munch on like different snacks, and then since being pregnant, that kind of went away. You know, because I want Ella to be healthy, I am trying to get the right amount of protein and things, vitamins and things like that for her. I drink a lot of water. I've never been one to drink caffeine. I think I gave up sodas when I was 12 or 13. I don't drink coffee. I haven't drank coffee my entire life. So I'm not a caffeine drinker. I don't eat much sugar. I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of protein and vitamins. We walk a lot. But yeah, we're just constantly keeping ourselves busy. How has intimacy been since being pregnant? First of all, you're chismosa. Just kidding. I feel like every time we do a Q&A, you guys always want to know about our sex life. It's like, hello, this stuff is personal. My mom is watching. My dad sometimes watches. So if our parents are watching, end the video here before I get into this. Just kidding. I'm 33 years old. I could do what I want. I don't really feel like it's changed our intimacy. I feel like we're still very active. We're just like so affectionate and lovey with each other. And I'm just like, I don't know, Dar just has been so amazing throughout this pregnancy. Like, he really, really cares about how I'm feeling, how, you know, just like what the doctor says I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. Like, he's very cautious of all those things. He's like, he's become like this, so overprotective of me. You know, when we're like walking, he's like, don't go close to the sidewalk, hold my hand when you go downstairs. Like, I don't know, we're just so loving with each other. So we've always had like a really intimate sex life, and I hope that never changes. Okay, that was way too much info. Next. Do you ever get mad at Dar for anything, like hormones kicking in? Of course, everyone gets mad at their significant others or has little fights and things like that. I wouldn't say I get really mad at him. I would say I have like little annoyances, but because he's just been so amazing, I feel like I've become more grateful for him, and I feel like Ella has given me more patience, where I just like don't want to like fight with him or anything like that. And he always says like, wow, pregnancy has made you like a lot more patient, and he loves who I am pregnant, but I'm like, don't get used to it, because when the baby comes, I'm gonna be annoyed at everything. Just kidding. But I don't know. I don't think the hormones have really changed me much. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys give us. If you made it to the end of this video, comment a heart when you comment a heart below in your comment, and I will choose someone to win something because you guys put up with me this entire video. So yeah, for all those that made it this far, you guys may just win something. Love you guys so much. Bye. You guys, so I just realized that the camera died and I didn't get a chance to show you my belly, so I'm doing it really quick from my phone. Here's my cute little outfit that I'm always in. Okay, I'm doing the most. Whoa! Look at this. Holy moly, Ella Rose. Told you guys, she's getting big. Look at that. Such a small torso, so she just has like this much room. That's why my stomach's gonna be like, whoop.